Hello, BookTube. I thought I would make another quick reminder. I made a reminder video about the existence of my Substack, the existence of Steve Reads over on Substack, and I thought I'd make another reminder about something else, something very different, and that is the Books of the Week program at the Cedarburg Public Library in Cedarburg, Wisconsin, where my producer, Jeff, reached out to me years ago and said there's got to be something that we can do together. Some kind of podcast, some kind of show that we can do. And we have hit on a show, Books of the Week, where every week, except for when scheduling problems happen, Jeff is a public servant, so when scheduling problems happen, we skip a week, and maybe he runs a rerun or some outtakes from when we're not on camera or whatnot. But usually it's once a week we do a show, a 30-minute, 40-minute show where the A block is we discuss a new work of nonfiction. As I am a professional book critic, and Jeff is the guy who acquires the books for his library. So we have grounds to talk about these things. And we will, A block, we talk about a new work of nonfiction. B block, we talk about a new work of fiction. And then in the C block, Jeff hits me with wild cards. He calls the library shelves for 4 or 5, 6 books that catch his eye and throws them at me without advance warning. So I don't know what they are. I might have read them. I might not have. I might have read the author, but not that particular book. We always have something to talk about with the wild card segment. And there's a new episode that's up over at Cedarburg Public Library on their YouTube channel. I'll leave a link to it down below. It gets a little heated. This is the new episode gets a little heated. The nonfiction book we're talking about is The Art of Winning by Bill Belichick, former head coach of the New England Patriots. I didn't like the book. it's the first, I don't know, 40 minutes out of 41 are pretty heated, but they aren't all like that. Not every episode is like that, but this one's a barn burner, and it's a fun time. The key thing about Books of the Week, about our program, is that it's a fun time. You'll be laughing. You'll be smiling. It will give you a burst of that, an uplift of that. I feel confident that regular viewers of the show will attest to that fact, that it will put a smile on your face. And I wanted to mention it and make a reminder for the new show because it's one of the only other places it is the only other place on YouTube where I can be seen discussing books, and discussing them, the kind of books, and in a way that I usually don't do on this channel. And B, I also want to give you all sorts of social media calls to action, which I absolutely do not do on this channel. I have never told anyone on this channel to subscribe to my channel, even though the subscribers keep coming. I have never told anyone on this channel the nonsense advice to ring the bell, hit the bell for notifications. Your machine should not be talking to you. They should not be asking for your attention. You should disable notifications on literally every part of every aspect of your online experience. It should never ping or ding or buzz or ring for you. Never. You're not all that. You're not all that important. You don't need minute-by-minute updates on who needs you or who's mentioned you or who's alluded to you. And if you're going to leave the notifications on, kindly shut your pie hole to me about how you have problems concentrating. Okay? It's not microplastics in your food that give you problems concentrating. It's the fact that you've trained yourself to listen to a machine in your pocket. But anyway, I'm not going to yell at you during a promo segment. Goodness gracious. No, but when it comes to Cedarburg Public Library, I am going to urge you to do all of the usual social media things. You should not turn on notifications. You should not hit the bell for notifications. But you do want to go over there and subscribe. And not only that, you want to leave a comment. The more comments that appear on a video, the more the YouTube algorithm knows that it is generating human engagement, and the more it prefers that, the more it prefers that in the algorithm. And the bigger the show is, the better we like it, because the bigger it is, the bigger numbers it posts, the less vulnerable it is to the whims of bureaucratic cancellation. This is not a normal YouTube channel, what we're doing over there on the podcast or the YouTube channel. It's not normal because it's done under the auspices of both the Cedarburg Public Library and the Friends of the Cedarburg Public Library, the Friends group that is vital to every public library. It's not that Jeff is just making a YouTube video on his own. I have, in fact, forbidden him to do that. He doesn't live under Sharia law. He lives under Steve law. But it's not that. We're doing this with Cedarburg Public Library's name on it. So the more demonstrable a hit it is, the more demonstrably popular it is, the better. Because then no one can roll in from lunch having had a bad discussion with an ex and say, I'm canceling this. No one can do that if the numbers are good. The same thing applies to the Cedarburg Public Library Books of the Week has a Patreon, a dedicated Patreon. Jeff and I do original Patreon content, and money, there is a trickle of money that comes in from that Patreon, and that's everything. In a city organization, if a defender of the show, for instance, Jeff, is suddenly called upon to defend the show, practically speaking, not to a question of look at all the fan mail we're getting, but practically speaking, you say, well, ask the friends. The show makes them money, which they use for library functions, book sales, all sorts of things like that. They don't put it, they line their pockets with it. They use it to help the library. So if you feel like doing that, that would be wonderful too. But even if you don't feel like doing that, you can always support the show. Leave a comment. Maybe even go to the Cedarburg Public Library's website. Go to the part where they collect correspondence, email correspondence. Email them that you like the show and tell them why. Maybe don't go into specifics. Jeff and I can get a little bit. Our humor can get a little bit. How do you say? This is a difficult thing to do a promo for the show, as any of you will know who've actually watched it. It's a little bit on the weird side, but I wanted to let you know there's a new episode up, and Jeff took the whole of the weekend to get the episode up, so I fired him. Then he put the episode up, and it looks really good, but I'm still going to fire him. Just to teach him a lesson over and over again. But anyway, I hope we'll be around for next week's episode, when I'm hoping there will be a lot less vitriol. For me, I will pick friendlier books to talk about. But in the meantime, you've got a lot of backlog over there. We have a YouTube channel, and there's a lot of episodes to watch. So I thought I would remind you that it exists. I will show the link down below, and feel free to go over and make yourself known. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I will see you soon. Thank you, BookTube.